Oh my God. Hey everyone. Welcome to the vibe session.
That's so fire.
Oh my
That's
God. This
so
recording
fire.
is just so
Cinema.
fire. I think
Fire.
this group is just so fire. I think we need
It's
to
a good
start
vibe.
with just talking about how the life force of this energy of this group is just so vibey. I love it.
I just want everybody to know that this is a safe space for all of you. This is a safe, we are giving you room to just be. So this is a place for you, and it's a good vibe here. Good
We are
vibes.
expressing gratitude and we are expressing how much we hate men.
Hey, I'm
I
Right?
don't hate men at all. I love men. I don't know what you're talking about.
I hate men, but I find them attractive.
I love men.
That is the one thing we all have in common here is that we hate men, but we love men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. I am excited to be here talking about Survivor 49 because what a phenomenal second episode. 2 episodes in. I'm thrilled to be here talking about this beautiful, lovely, wonderful season of Survivor.
Hi, my name is Jack. I'm the resident game designer of the panel. And last night's episode pissed me off to no end. So I'm the exact opposite of Logan. Mainly because the person that got the short end of the stick and honestly just should have left last episode. Not saying that she should have left as in I wanted her to go. She should have left as in there was literally no reason for her to be on that beach and she just wasted away for 2 days. Basically went home and this episode felt like it was pointless.
Hey, y'all. I'm your buff bodybuilding correspondent down in Dallas, Texas. I put the him and himbo and the gay and video gamer. And for this episode, W Aura, Skibbity Riz, Absolute Cinema. And that's all.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm Brook, and I'm passionate about pop culture, and I don't like Jake. He is annoying.
Brooke, this is a safe space for that opinion.
Logan's the only one that got the full extent of that joke, by the way.
We went from Skibbity Riz to that.
Logan, you're also. I don't think anyone here else is going to get that joke.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah,
what do I even need to know to get it?
Eurovision.
Okay.
Oh,
I
makes
hate
sense.
you. I hate you.
I'm drinking water because hydration is very important, and yeah.
I'm Lana. I'm here.
Yes, she is.
Aren't we all?
I'm here. I'm here because I wanted to show off my cup mug because I have one. And you can get one too at lanagscreations.etsy.com. The QR code is right up there and you can get it.
Wrong way,
And
Mike.
Other way.
Nope, other way.
Am I mirrored?
It's-
I'm mirrored.
You are
It's,
mirrored.
yeah, it's literally right over
Mirrored.
here. But yeah, you can get it. And yeah, because we're talking Survivor 49. And I am about to hide every last one of these people's shoes.
Boo.
What a fun! Well, this is gonna be a fun episode of TV to watch.
I genuinely don't think I've watched a name come up on the bottom third and been like, fuck? Do we really have to go back to this? Like, genuinely. I have never been that annoyed on Tribe by Survivor, but no, we just had to keep going back to a fucking tribe that was just repeatedly kicking a woman while she was down. I didn't need to see that ever again.
But yes, that is exactly what we are dealing with on this episode, and we're going to talk about it. Before we do, make sure to subscribe if you have not already for all of this chaos. If you have not subscribed based on this intro alone, then you should. Because this is the level and the brand of chaos we bring to almost everything we do here. So, period. We cover a whole hell of a lot of competitive reality TV here on this channel, and we've got a lot going on here. So check out all of the content that we're doing here. Click subscribe and that notification bell so you know when we put out all of our content, including our Survivor content, Fridays at 12 p.m. Nope, 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, because we're trying to be consistent.
Ow.
We're trying. We've got so much content going on almost every single day here on the Cup Network. So make sure to check out all the things that we're doing. Our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our audio podcast links, our social media, all those links are down in the description below. And if you want to follow the five of us, you can go check us out as well as going to get your Cup mug. QR code is up there because that's a new, fun, cute, and lovely thing that we can do here. So, oh boy, we have to talk about the episode, so I guess we should. But we're gonna do it in the cutest way possible, which is with this really cute little graphic. How cute! Oh, I love it. It's really cute. But we start this episode after they unceremoniously sent home the lesbian, and I'm pissed off about it.
Aren't we all?
Not iconic behavior.
The opposite of iconic behavior.
Flops. The flop
Literally,
of it all.
the entire bar booed. The entire bar. Do you know how bad you have to screw up to make that the reaction?
I mean, they had choices. They had choices, and the choices were made, and it was the wrong choice. I would have went the other way, but they chose not to. They should have went left, but they went right instead. And I'm annoyed by it. But whatever. Sorry, Nicole. We got to move on because we get to come
Love
back.
you, Nicole.
We do. But we still have to come back to this flop of a tribe and listen to them talk about how floppy they are because they're flops. And I don't. Okay. Here's the thing. I started this season out with so much hope for some of these people. So much hope. And in literally one episode, y'all have changed my mind about half of you. I'm just like, oh no. I am annoyed because the way they are going about this whole thing, like we got rid of the weakest link. We were trying to get rid of the weakest link in the tribe and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, how can you tell? You all flopped. You're all weak. What do you mean you got rid of the weakest link when you all were part of the problem? You all were part of the problem. All of you had moments where it was like, ooh, not good. Ooh, not. So I don't like that conversation anyway, that we wanted to get rid of the weakest player. Okay. We saw what it was. I know what it was. We saw what it was. And you are not going to convince me that we don't know why you voted Nicole out and thought she was the weakest player when other people were just as weak as she was. Or they were. Period. You're not going to convince me. We know what it was. And I don't like it because me and Nicole share something alike. And I think that's the reason I voted her out. And that pisses me off.
I feel you on that one, Lana, personally, because I watched that episode. I wasn't here last week to talk about it. I'm just going to be real blunt, real quick. This was icky. I didn't like it. I'm not a fan of it. And it pretty much killed any enjoyment I have from anybody on this tribe other than Annie, to be honest with you. Because, just being blunt, right? Like, I'm not going to say that these are bad people, But let's keep it 100. There were some biases that were coming out to play on Survivor this season. Not the typical ones that we normally see, but especially like if you guys looked into Nicole's interview that she did after the episode last week. Yeah, there's someone on this tribe, and I'm not naming names. Nicole named them for her. Nicole named them of people that just don't seem to be very nice. I'm going to put it that way.
Yeah, I think when you're talking about tribe strength, I'm like, what do you mean? You guys flopped on the puzzle both times, and we'll get to it. But like, if that's where you're faltering, that think about tribe strength on those terms and who was failing in that regard, especially this episode when we come to it. I didn't talk on the first episode either, but I got to say, when one of your tribe mates on your tribe says, you know, I know how to talk to women, I know how their mind works. I'm like, do you really? Do you really?
Vomit.
That was his words, not mine. His words, not mine. So, you know, this is what he is putting out and think is a presentable thing to say.
I feel like Mike knows how to speak to women better than he does, and Mike is a homosexual.
I'm gay. I'm getting married to a man, so.
Like, let's be real. I think any of the 5 of us know how to speak to women better than Jake does. And we all like men.
Yeah.
Like...
And I don't speak to people that often. Like, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to
Jack
go
doesn't even like
bar.
Jack doesn't even like people. Like,
I'm not sure these 4 people even exist right now. I could be talking to them.
We're all figments of your imagination.
It's time to wake up, Jack. It's time to wake up.
Jack, out of all of the figments of your imagination, you've chose to keep me around for 10 years? Really?
Right? Why would you do that? You chose them? Really?
I'm wondering the same thing, to be honest. I barely choose me. Beside the point, this is also a very sad day for anyone named Nicole, because we are now officially 2 for 2 on Nicole's on Survivor being the first boot. So congratulations to Nicole.
Don't go on Survivor if your name's Nicole.
Statistically, the weakest performing name on Survivor besides Francesca. And that's also only one person, so one could argue
Francesca.
Anyway.
I will note, go on Big Brother instead. There you'll actually do pretty well.
Oh yeah, Nicole's do great on Big Brother. They do great on Big Brother. Survivor? No.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about this flop of a tribe anymore. I want to talk about the vibes. The vibes over on the Red Tribe when Savannah catches a crab. And then we have Shannon. We have Shannon, who I'm so happy that I loved Shannon preseason, because all of my dreams are coming true. I love Shannon so much.
She's great.
She created an energy circle around a crab before they ate it. I love her so much.
Shannon, I get you. Not in that way, but I get you, because I mean, I always pray over my food before I eat it as well. I don't know if it's me giving energy to the animal that has been slaughtered for me to eat it, or if that could be it. But I get it, Shannon. So I appreciate you creating that safe space for that crab to feel comfortable and live his best few more minutes of his life left before you boiled the water on him and broke his legs apart and ate the meat inside. I love that for you, Shannon. And I appreciate it because it made everybody else feel much calmer, more relaxed, and more ready to just tear into that crab leg. Good for you, girl. Good for you.
Except for Nate.
Except for Nate.
Nate is me. Nate
Yes.
is an old man like me being an old woman because I would have
Yeah.
been sitting there listening to these conversations of what I do. I do here on this
Yes,
panel.
you
I
do.
sit here and
Yes,
I
you do.
listen to these conversations of all the 20-year-olds and 20-plus-year-olds here on this panel. And sometimes I just be like, mm-hmm,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Everyone,
get
cast
it.
yourself in the Uli tribe. Lana is Nate. I am Shannon. Everyone else, cast yourself.
Realistically, I know who I am, and I don't want to say
Yes,
it.
we all
because I
know.
We all know who I am.
Yes.
Say it. Say
Yeah,
it.
I am absolutely 1000% Sage, and it's
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was about to say
unbelievable.
I'm not poop obsessed enough to be Sage, so
No, you're not.
I'm
No.
not
Yeah.
either.
I think
I'm
I
not
would be
either,
Rizzo
but I'm the
if I was
But
person.
gonna
Brook
be
is
who-
Sage.
But I'm Sage. Jack is
But Brook
absolutely
is Sage.
Rizzo. Jack is
I was
Rizzo.
gonna
100%.
say I fail upwards in life, and that's what Rizzo's been doing so far.
Yes.
So like, it's like, yeah, no, that works. I'm just like,
And you're Savannah.
yeah.
I'll
I
take
think
Savannah.
Mike is Savannah.
I think
Mike
Mike is
is-
Savannah.
I would be no nonsense because like Jawan is like
Yeah.
all for the tribe. I'd be like, fuck it, it's all for me, you know.
Yeah. Then
And that's
who
Savannah.
else?
That's Savannah, and we love her
And-
for that.
Okay, who else on the cup is Jawan then?
David.
Yeah.
David. Yeah, it's David.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
gonna say-
well, no.
Mm,
No, David would be more Nate than David. I mean, than Jawan.
yeah.
Esme could be
Eris.
Jawan.
Eris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
I could see
I
that.
could see Eris being Jawan because Eris would
Yeah.
he would be like, let me go off and do things and do stuff that's a little sneaky. And he'd be like, what is Eris doing
A
over
little
there?
aloof.
Like, what is Eris doing over there? He messing around, but then he'll come back and do stuff for the tribe always.
A little aloof,
Absolutely.
but we love him for it.
We love him for it. So yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
would
know,
do
and
Eris.
as I think about it more, because we got that story of Sage applying to be a minor league baseball
Mascot?
mascot, and then ending up as the Easter Bunny. Yes, that is Brook.
And she like lit up as she was like, and I was the Easter Bunny, and then she was so happy.
That's-
But then
Like,
you
that's
say,
not
that-
exactly
I
Brook.
hate
That's-
but no, here's the
That's
thing.
not exactly Brook.
No,
but
this
Brook
this
has
is
told me like similar.
no, this is why it is Brooke, because Brooke will light up and tell you the story like, oh yeah, I was this and it was great. And then somebody say, did you like it? No, I hated it.
No.
And that is exactly Brooke. That is exactly Brooke. I would
Yeah.
say Brooke is Sage
Yeah.
all day because of that story.
No, like just in general, I cannot tell you the amount of times I did it today. Literally came into the podcast
Yep.
before we started
Yep.
recording, told people about my day and how much it sucked, but I had a good time.
Yeah.
Right.
Literally. We all listened to it right before we were recording,
Yes.
and then I was like, well, we should just record.
Absolutely. So Brooke is definitely Sage.
Very fun. Very fun.
But yes, I love this. You know what? I do love this tribe. I like this tribe. I like their
Uh-huh.
energy. I like the fact that they're just very like, we have the core four who has built and has connected and made sure they finally got to talk. It only took the 2 episodes for them to finally get together to solidify what they've been talking about the whole time. Like those 4 have been talking separately. Now we finally get the 4 to talk together. And it's nice. They like each other. It's cool. But there's always one. There's always one that's like, this is the 4. But I like somebody else that's not in the 4. So I'm going to go buddy up with this. And that is Shannon. Shannon likes Sage. Shannon likes Sage. She's like, I like Sage. And I think I don't, I want her involved in some way, not maybe in the core 4, but I want to protect her from the core 4. So if somebody is to go, if we have to go to tribal, the first person has to be Jawan. It has to be Jawan. And I was like, I don't like that. But that's just me. I don't like that because I like Jawan. He might be a little bit aloof. He might go off on his own, but he's not doing anything malicious. Like we haven't seen him looking for idols. We really literally saw him collecting the wood for the fire and stuffing it in someone else's bag who hates bugs That's kind of rude, but he didn't do it on purpose. He didn't realize he didn't grab his own
Yeah.
bag. So it wasn't on purpose,
Yeah.
but it's still kind of messed up that you
He's
stuck.
also on your draft team, so I see why you
I
wouldn't
mean,
want him
but
to go home.
despite the
No,
draft, he's
I
also a
see
black
what I
man.
mean.
So you also
Well,
know
yes,
I'm going to
of
root
course.
for a black man, period,
Well,
because I
yes,
root for everybody black.
yes, of
But
course. Yeah.
it wasn't malicious. This wasn't.
No, of
If
course.
if it was malicious, I will call him for being like,
Oh, of course.
you. That was rude, because if you did to me, I'd be pissed off. You put ants in my bag, like, ugh, no. But
It,
yeah, he didn't
it's
do
so.
I
Go
loved
ahead.
when he was like saying like, "Oh, I don't hope there's like ants or bugs in there," and literally in frame you see ants crawling in and out of the bag. And I'm like,
Bad.
it's too late for that.
Bad.
And
It's
at
so
least he
interesting.
apologized for it, and he
He
didn't try to
did.
make
He
some sort
did.
of
Yeah.
bullshit excuse for it. Because look, okay, did he mess up? Yes. Was it a should it have been a game-ending mistake? No. If he was on the blue tribe, it absolutely would have been, but no. He apologized, and I mean, honestly, I think he made up for it too. So
He
I mean,
did.
Oh,
He
we'll
did.
had a
we'll
redemption
talk
We'll
about
talk
it.
about that, but yes.
We'll talk about it here shortly. I wanted to bring up, though, I think it's really interesting, Lana, that you talked about this Core 4 situation that's going on over on Uli, because Hina is having the exact same situation
Yes.
as well, where we had this trio form in episode 1 over here with Christina, Matt, and Steven, and then they're like, well, let's bring in MC kind of as our fourth, and MC's like, okay, I ain't too mad at this, but I know I'm getting brought in as the fourth,
because they told her, like,
I
literally.
loved-
the
Why
three
are
of us.
y'all telling her?
I mean, I
That's
loved
being
hearing her thoughts on
messy.
it though, because I was really
Yes.
impressed with like MC's like, I know I'm the fourth here. You know, I need to make sure I have other options. So I was really impressed with
And-
MC's playing this episode.
And they immediately tell her, oh, we want to target Sophie. And she's
Mhm.
like, well, I don't want to do that. So she
Always
immediately
one.
says, there's always one. She goes immediately to Sophie and she's like, so this is what they're wanting to do, but I don't want to do that because I like you. And then Jason is there.
Mhm.
I
I
will say-
like Jason. I like
I do
Jason a
too.
lot. I didn't get to talk about this last episode, but when I heard the words Project M spoken on Survivor, I about lost my mind. So I like Jason quite a lot. Do I think he's anywhere remotely involved in the strategy on Heater right now? No. But I like him quite a bit. He's fun.
It still baffles me that half of this tribe are alternates. It baffles me that half of this tribe are alternates.
Yeah.
Because the 3 alternates that are on this tribe are really great personalities too. I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy to me. MC being an alternate especially baffles the hell out of me. That makes no sense to me, but whatever.
Michael, you
But
were
yes.
saying something about MC, because I really want to hear it, because
Yeah.
I think we have the same thought.
I really liked how MC like went to Sophie and she's like, I got your back, girl. That built so much trust with Sophie. One thing that I didn't like from Sophie though is like she had daggers in her eyes and she was like, I'm
Yes.
gonna go burn these people and like scorched earth. And I was like, girl, there's only 6 people on this tribe. You need some of them. Like, think about who you can get an inroad with and start hanging out, start making people feel good about you. You know that people don't feel good with you. So go to the people that you feel like you have the best chance to get that inroad. I'm a little worried about, because we see it also whenever they get the disadvantage. Sophie's eyes were just like, I am going to murder Jawan right now.
Yeah.
I love her
Jawan-
reactions. She was making me laugh. I wrote a couple of notes where she had like a very visceral facial reaction.
Yeah, that scared me too. I was like, she is going to go, like you said, scorched earth on these people, and it's way too early to do that. It's not the time. You need these people just in case something goes awry. You need people on your side. And she was like, I was like, please please don't let her go ruin this. Like, not only ruin it for herself, but ruin it for MC as well, because she was the one that told her. So I was like, do not do it. Please don't do it. But she didn't do it. So I love that.
Yeah. But yes, this is where we get the journey. No indication of what the journey is, but of course we get 3 men going.
I mean, nobody else volunteered to go. MC was
I
the
know.
only one who's like, I'll do it. And then she lost the rock, paper, scissors. But I'm like, why ain't nobody stepping up? Nobody wants to step up to these journeys. I can't get mad at the men because they the only ones stepping up. And these women are just sitting there like, y'all go do it.
I think
I'm
they're
not
thinking
mad. I'm just disappointed.
I think they're all thinking like, oh, I don't want a target on my back, but I'm like, they do journeys so much that pretty much all of you are eventually going to go on a journey.
Absolutely.
So it's not really that much of a target.
And I'm interested to see, because this journey was completely different from any other journey we've seen on any kind of New Era season, really, that I'm intrigued whether this one will kind of set a new precedent of, oh, will people actually moving forward in this season want to go on a journey to kind of see whether it's this kind of journey or a different kind, because the journeys had kind of been very static and we're in this kind of new rotation of New Era season. Obviously, this is going to be the only one in this rotation because the next season is 50. But I'm really intrigued to see whether, you know, for 51, if we see people learning from 49 and we see that, you know, kind of bring something into the meta for 51 moving forward. But I have to say, on paper, loved the way this twist worked out. So we ended up with Matt, Jawan, and Jake going on this journey. And it is a straight up competition. Throw coconuts into the other 2 people's nets before yours drops.
Yeah, I was surprised it was antagonistic, because usually journeys, people make connections on it. This was like actively antagonistic design. So
especially the outcome too, and like the offers that they had for the winner were very much either, well, you can screw over one of the 2 people you just beat and help yourself, or you could screw over an entire tribe and help your tribe. Like, when you really think about it, neither one of these options were like the traditional Survivor journey thing of like, oh, we're gonna have this really nice thing and then we all make a decision in private or whatever we're doing on the journeys. You know what I mean? Here it was just very much compete, win, you get a fun prize that hurts another person or another tribe. And you know what? This is the kind of thing that these journeys should be. Very cute, very mindful, very demure, very cutesy. I'm here for it.
Stop taking people's votes away. Like, please stop taking people's votes away.
That's why I stopped watching Survivor for a bit, because I hate seeing people lose their vote. It bothers me. It like actively pisses me off.
All right, Jack, you were saying.
I will note that there is something very interesting about this as well, and it's public confirmation of what happened. I mean, do we want to talk about what actually happens first, or do we just want to jump to the actual reward?
Talk about what happened.
Yeah, go for it, Jack.
So, I mean, very simply put, Jawan has a lovely confessional of like, hey, I don't think I'm going to win. They're so much more physical than me. Unsurprisingly, Jawan then wins. And he is given 2 options.
I'm so used to giving, and now I get to receive.
By far the best outcome of this.
So, notably about the 2 options here. 1, someone will have their vote taken away, but nothing will be stated.
Right.
Or Jawan can take this tribe disadvantage, show it to his tribe, play it publicly at the next immunity challenge, and confirm every single bit of what he's saying to the tribe. So he's essentially getting a chance to prove complete and full loyalty to his tribe in a way that we haven't seen before. And that, I think, is so interesting to give someone that option. Now, granted, in this case, do I think it's so heavy-handed that it's either screw someone over, and then you get back to your tribe with nothing, and then nothing happens, and then everyone kind of knows that you got something, or dispel all of that, benefit your tribe for this round, and this whole twist ends here. I think that's a little bit more weighted in the obvious option is to benefit your own tribe, because otherwise you will be targeted.
Mm-hmm.
But it at least is an interesting variant, and maybe it only took them 8 seasons of doing dumb shit to figure out how to do journeys.
Mm-hmm.
Especially early game.
The thing is, I feel like it kind of accidentally worked out for Jawan, because I feel like Jawan had no idea how in dire straits he was on the Uli tribe. I'm glad that it did for him, because Savannah was saying like he was the one getting voted out, and now I feel like, okay, he might have bought himself, a round. If we go, then we probably will vote out Sage instead.
You're gonna vote me out. How sad. No, I mean, obviously, I think he made the right decision. I think what's an extra vote when you're gonna have 5 on you if you go to tribal council? You know what I mean? Now, granted, he didn't know that, but at the same time, it is round 2. You can't be making these big selfish decisions without people having your back already. It's just not going to work. Now, if this were a situation where it was like a 2 versus 3, and he was in the 2, and he could pull some and have that extra vote and make it tie, that'd be one thing. But right now, where it's still open season over there, he kind of had to do what I think was his best option. And also the way he told them was also very fun. And like, he was like, guess who won? I won. And it was delightful. I really like Jawan. I love this whole tribe. This whole tribe's great. Uli's fantastic. And they have been by far my favorite tribe to watch so far on this season.
They're the love tribe. They're the love tribe this season.
Yeah.
The vibes are just working.
Safe-spaced.
The vibes are just so vibing, and the vibes are just immaculate. The vibes.
It's fire.
The
Everything's
vibes are fire. Well, meanwhile, over on the disaster tribe, Sophie doesn't want Jake taken away from her. And that's the update. And then Alex finds a beware advantage.
With Jake.
And he opens it for some reason. Okay.
I don't think it was actually bad for this game, but like, I just wish it was Annie. This edit was dumping on Annie so hard. It was so hard to watch.
Genuinely.
It also included one thing that admittedly is a very good bonding activity, which is trashing on the one person out on your tribe. It works well in Big Brother. It works well in Survivor. It's terrible, but it is a strategy that is tried and tested. And unfortunately, Annie was on the receiving end of that. Completely unbeknownst to her, it seems like. But still, for us viewers, it was very icky. It felt very icky. They were all just stringing her along, making her look foolish on national TV. And left me with an ick.
Oh, that's a very appropriate use of the soundboard. I support this.
Appropriate use of the soundboard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I will know. Do we get the second instance of the shoe bandit here?
No, I think that's after. Is that after the challenge?
I think we have one portion before and one portion after.
We can talk about it all right here. We can.
Can I just say, Jake, you are not Holly Hoffman. You are not the shoe bandit. You will never be the shoe bandit. Quit trying to make this work. It's not working.
Stop trying to
Quit trying to make the shoe bandit happen.
It's not going to happen.
So
I hate this. This is
Diet Russell Hantz crap.
This is Russell Hantz at home. We have Russell Hantz at home. Like, honestly, like, I just, dude, this is like Stitch. We have Stitch at home. He's gonna go around and steal everybody's left shoe, and not even like do something with it. Not even like throw it away or like get rid of it to like weaken a tribe mate. No, I'm just gonna hide it, and then they're gonna find it, and then that's how I'm messing with. What the hell? It's not fun. It's just dumb. It's just dumb.
Can I say something really quickly?
Please, by all means.
Because I missed the whole Annie conversation because I had to go to the bathroom. Anyway, I honestly, I know y'all said it was icky and how they were dumping on her, and sure, that could be icky. Honestly, Annie brought this on herself too. Annie is not innocent in this whole situation either, because Annie was doing the absolute most for no reason at all. Annie was walking around like she owned everything and like she knew everything, and she got played. That is what happened. I don't find it that icky what they were doing, because she was literally telling people what to do. And if on a tribe where it's 5 people, you don't have the you don't have the wiggle room to be that person. You just don't. In any game, in any situation, you don't have the wiggle room to act like you are so confident and you know everything, because it's a possibility you just don't know. Now, is it nice to watch people dump it on one person? Absolutely not. It's not nice to watch. It's not nice to do. And I don't think you should do that. But I also can't turn around and be like, it's just so wrong how we're just all getting on Annie when Annie is walking around like, hey, this is what we go do. Y'all go do it, and that's what it's going to be done. And walk away. Like, girl, what do you mean? How are you trying to be the mother of all mothers to these 5 grown people, to these 4 grown people? Like, you can't do that. When they just literally voted off someone because they thought they were weak, and you think they go think you're strong? They voted off Nicole because they thought she was weak, and you relieve that they go think that you're strong? No, come on. Come on. You have 2 things going against you. Number 1, you're a woman. Number 2, you're older. You think they think you are the strong one? Absolutely not. You need to be self-aware and understand what people think about you, or what they, even if it's a misconception, you have to be aware of what you think other people are going to think about you before you think you go walk around the tribe like you own the joint and nobody's going to get annoyed. You go tell people what to do and you don't think people are going to get annoyed? Absolutely not. She was very clueless in this situation. And I just was like, as much as I didn't like seeing them dump on her, I was like, but girl, you ain't doing yourself no favors in this matter. Not at all.
It felt a little bit for me like it felt akin to a little bit. We bring him up a lot on the channel, but it felt like Jose on Big Brother a little bit. Like it felt like she felt a little. I didn't like the situation, and I didn't like the way that they were that they edited it. And obviously, like, I don't like Jake. I'm not particularly a fan of his. I don't like the way that he was talking about Annie in a lot of situations. In either of these episodes. But I will say, like, I do agree with you, Lana. I think the way that Annie was going about some things in this episode was very much so like, oh, we need to take out Jake. We need to take out Jake. And there wasn't a whole lot of self-awareness as to where specifically Sophie was in the overall dynamic of the tribe. And I think she needed to take a step back and really realize, okay, where is Sophie in the dynamic of the tribe? Where is Alex in the dynamic of the tribe? Where is Jeremiah in the dynamic of the tribe? Before kind of just going in and trying to really like dominate or at least attempt to dominate the dynamic of the tribe.
I definitely agree with you that she.
Good.
I think I definitely agree that like she was gonna she was going to lose at some point. I think her lack of self-awareness would have been her undoing. I just think if your main complaint of someone is how they act and their attitude, don't become the monster that you're complaining about. I think is my main complaint. We see it a lot on here. I mean, you bring up Jose. I don't think they were necessarily that nasty behind Jose's back. They just voted him out and let the vote out speak for itself. I think they could have done that. Like, let her torch getting snubbed be her comeuppance, not necessarily having to trash her behind her back.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's what
the game, though, and that's the thing. It's like, if we look at it like that, if we were to be put on the island together, I'm sure we will all talk trash about each other at some point in time
100%.
behind each other's back. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's not cute to watch. I don't like seeing it, but I get it. It's the nature of the beast that is Survivor.
Yeah, what I was going to say is, does being bad at Survivor open the floodgates to that? I don't know. It's not the first time we've seen something like this happen on the show either. That doesn't necessarily make me like it anymore. I just think it's really funny that they were talking about tribe strength when I don't even think... I think Annie was in the top half of their challenge performers, to be honest. And that's...
I don't think she was the weak link, yeah.
I don't think she was the weak link at all. And when we're talking about strategy, she's like, okay, we need to get Jake out, right? Sure. I agree. She went about it completely the wrong way, right? And she talked to people she shouldn't have, namely Sophie. But her having conversations with people about game isn't necessarily bad. It was the way she went about it. And
I agree with that.
I do think that while I understand that maybe they just weren't having it and they weren't a fan of it, every single person on this tribe comes out of this episode where they could look like fine because they voted out somebody who isn't just gelling with the tribe at all, looking worse. And that is where I'm at with it. It wasn't what they did, it was why they did it and how they went about it when they did it.
And I understand, like, there's always like some trashing behind people's backs on all these seasons. I mean, you're in a stressful situation with these people. There's going to be some friction, and it happens every season, even with your favorites. Yes, that one, they too trash talked somebody. I just think if we're being shown it, it means there was a degree of severity in this situation where the editors are like, okay, we kind of need to show this because it is relevant to why they're voting her out.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. A production ain't gonna show us that for a reason, not for a reason. It was the reason. They just didn't like her. They just absolutely didn't like her. And unfortunately, sometimes you just ain't gonna be liked. And Annie was just not liked in that situation. And I don't think it's anything she could have done to change it. Even if she would have went in there and put that puzzle together by herself, which we'll talk about, put it together by herself and only lost by a hair, they still would have voted her out. Because they didn't like her.
I mean, the major thing on my end is just, did we really have to dedicate a segment to Jake just going like, ooh, let me do a little shenanigan here and put
I don't know why they find that so funny. Jesus.
And then, like, literally we go back to it later and it's like, oh, is this shoe over here?
Weird.
That's weird.
Weird.
Anyway, literally, I think the only point of showing that scene was to show that Jake is childish.
Yes.
And to be honest, why are we wasting time on that? I guess it's because genuinely this vote literally could have happened 2 days ago and would have been the same and nothing would have changed. And we're just kind of like spiraling for like 2 days and just, well, how can we get a licking on Annie today?
My only thought, and this is how I'm rationalizing this edit, the only way I can understand why they have continued to show this is that Jake is going to do this to somebody later and is going to get caught, and then people are going to get mad at him for it. I'm hoping that is what happens, because I would like to see karma come up and hit this man in the face for a variety of reasons.
We'll start a prayer circle tomorrow. I need Shannon to start that energy circle for that to happen.
Come on, Shannon.
Come on, Shannon. Let's get that to happen.
Come on, Shannon.
Join hands, everybody.
The old Twitter candle meme where you put the thing you want in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
100%. But yes, we got to talk about the challenge as well because baby. What the hell happened? So
Mess.
Jawan gives the disadvantage to Hina, as he should.
Because wait, Sophie, what you mad for? Why did you not expect that to happen?
Sophie with an
I would've
IE, why are you mad?
Sophie, IE girl, why you upset? Because everybody saw that coming a mile away. Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles saw that coming, baby. Like, hello?
The
Why would he give
producers, Jeff Probst, everybody there, all
the
the
people at Love
cameramen,
Island over there saw it?
people-
Like,
the
everybody
people-
saw it.
Wyatt,
The people who was doing Love
Ariana
Island saw,
Madix,
like, girl, stop
Laura
playing.
Higgins,
Like, stop playing, girl. Why would he give it to a tribe that's already down one person? And then y'all sitting up there who won all the stuff. You won all the things already. Everything that was to win, you won. So why would he disadvantage the team who lost everything there is to win? They lost.
And then
I'm giving it to you.
And then you know what, Sophie with an IE? You still won.
You still
Shut up,
won. It
girl.
didn't even matter.
Shut up.
Calm down, Sophie, IE. Girl.
Calm down,
The way
Sophie,
you say
IE.
Sophie IE makes me laugh. I
Calm
love it.
down, Sophie IE.
Sophie, IE girl, relax.
Like it has very much
Sophie IE,
and-
you need to calm down. You're
Very
doing
much
too
The thing
much.
is,
You're
I
being
can
too
kind
loud.
of see the argument of just like, yeah, they're gonna lose. Let's make sure, like, let's just cancel this challenge and send them back. I don't care.
Like,
But
why would
Jawan's
you
not
do
evil
that?
like you, Jack.
And it's not even
I was
fun,
gonna
though.
say part of me was like I
reason.
would just sandbag Blue because I'm evil like that, and I'd be like, you know what? If we can nullify maybe an entire tribe for the rest of the season, I
Lana,
would maybe want to
who are-
do
who
that.
are these-
Who are
Who are
these
homosexuals
people?
in the
Because
middle of this? I don't
honestly,
know.
because
Don't
my
I'm a
let
thing
me
devious
is
hear-
this.
homosexual.
Don't put
Here-
me in this with them.
These
No,
two.
we didn't
I'm
put
sorry,
you these
Brooke.
two.
Brooke, I am so sorry.
But see, here's
These
the thing
two.
why this is why that makes no sense to me. And I know y'all the gamer people and y'all game and y'all can tell me what y'all game brains were thinking. But this is why that makes no sense to me. Because we know, even if since they done lost another person, it's a possibility that they put these two tribes and move some of these people over to the, just shuffle things around again. Why am I going to make an enemy out of the 4 people who they might shuffle around and end up on my tribe when I know it's already some people on my tribe who might be wanting to get me out at some point, and all they gotta do is link up with them and then they coming after me? I don't think that's necessary at this point in time when we got Super Team over here who wins first place in everything. I'm not gonna sandbag the babies because guess what happened? Them 3 babies make it to the end like Q, Tiffany, and Kinsey. Like, you know what I'm saying? Them 3 people who we didn't sandbag because the funsies of it, because they're gonna lose anyway. They end up making it to the end, and they can be the reason why I don't win $1 million. I don't, because they
And hey,
never
you saw
forget.
you saw how that worked out for them. All 3 of them made jury, and one of them.
That's
won $1
all
million.
I'm saying. And then one
Yeah,
won.
exactly. Like,
I don't know. I wouldn't have did it for the
Yeah.
funsies. Me personally, but I get why you're saying that too, because if you just sandbag them, they were going to lose anyway. So now we just make them lose even better, and we have Super Team on our side.
And it's funny. Well, it's funny you bring up Survivor 46 because I was thinking Survivor 45, where the yellow tribe just got decimated, and
Mhm.
really we just have Emily left, who is maybe a swing vote sometimes, but really kind of just waiting to be voted off. at
oh,
that
you
point.
mean financial analyst Emily Flippin, who will be
Mhm,
returning
mhm,
and
mhm,
playing on
mhm.
Survivor 50.
Yeah.
And we love that for her.
We love financial analyst Emily Flippin.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that was what I was thinking. It nullified the yellow tribe entirely. They just got decimated. And that's my thought process. But you bring up a good point as well. If they split the tribe into 2 and you're going to get half of those really angry people in your tribe, I get where you're coming from there.
Yeah, I mean that's honestly the other part. If I was able to say the other part is like, yeah, no, but these people have a heart, and also they will be murdered if they do that, both by the online crowd, and then literally the 4 on blue will walk over to that tribe and just tackle them. So like,
well, I mean, and also on top of that, we also have to think about the other end of this, which is pretty simple. You've already beaten them 3 different times.
You can
Statistically, you don't need to do it to beat them again.
Right. I don't need a disadvantage to beat them.
Yeah, it's like that's my logic. I don't care about this whole mean kicking them after they already lost thing. They're probably going to lose again. I don't need to weaken them. If this is if there's a situation where, let's say it's like they didn't tell them until after they gave the disadvantage out as to how many tribes are going to tribal council. If it's I need to get first place kind of situation, absolutely throw it to Hina. And I mean, when you're looking at what the blue tribe, whose name escapes me, what their Kele, thank you. What their track record has been LLLLLLL, right? Why would I throw a disadvantage at them when I've already beaten them 3 separate times and was in second place in the first challenge too? Like, there's no reason to, when Hina has been winning everything and you don't know what you need to get out of them. And also, Hina is just good at everything. They have a person that accomplishes every task. Kele don't got that. And I think if it's and as we saw in this episode, it matters a lot what you don't have.
Yeah. So Hina does get the disadvantage of each person getting 20 pounds of coconuts on their back, which literally does not seem to matter whatsoever, because Kele wastes one of the biggest leads I have ever seen in an immunity challenge on Survivor in 49 seasons, 11 Australian seasons, 9 South African seasons, many other international seasons of all, several many other countries. They suck.
I am so confused. I'm like, how are you confused at the design? It's literally on your buff. It's literally everywhere.
Take Sophie without an IE. And I know you're probably watching because you commented on our video, girl. So listen to me carefully when I say this, Sophie.
Oh, God.
No. Take off the fucking buff.
Hold on. Let's not do that. Hold
Take
on.
off the fucking buff.
Okay.
Look at it.
Okay.
And then look at the girl.
Okay, wait. Sophie, okay, not too much on Sophie with an eye. First of all,
never too much on Sophie with an eye.
You doing too much? No, not too much on Miss Sophie with an eye. I appreciate you.
Why I'm disappointed.
No, let me tell you why I'm not going so hard on Sophie with an eye, because literally, she is thrown into this thing after all of that, and she has this lead. She feels the lead slipping away. The pressure is getting to her. She has not eaten. She has not been warm at night. They don't have nothing. They suffering. She is not in a full capacity like most of these other people are. And I know it is Survivor, but I know it's just easy to say take off the buff and look at it. But in that moment, she is not thinking about taking off the buff. She's just like trying her hardest to get it together. Sophie with an eye, if you're watching, I understand, girl. I get it. I understand what was happening right now. Are we disappointed because we wanted you all to win so y'all can get that Flint? Yes. That is the only reason we're disappointed. We wanted you to win so badly so y'all can have some of the basic comforts that people have at camp. At least some fire so you can stay warm. That is all. Nobody's we would never. I would never allow people to come for you like that, Sophie. I'm not going to allow it. You are good, and I understand why. But yes, you blew it. She blew it. She blew it.
Sophie,
I-
Sophie with an
blew it.
I would just like to I would like to retat the retittle of her rebuttal by saying, I adore you. I think you're sickening. But you said yourself you've been watching Survivor since you were a child with your grandma, and you wanted to bring home Jeff Probst for your grandma.
Ooh.
You should know better. No, I'm kidding. You're sickening, and I adore you, and I'm sorry that you are going through this experience. I think you are lovely, and I hope you are the last standing member of this tribe, honestly, because I adore you.
Yeah, she's the only one left I like. And I will say,
Me too.
my biggest. Well, okay, I don't dislike Alex. He's like fine.
I don't
but-
dislike Jeremiah either.
My thing with Sophie with an I just think she should have swapped out with Annie, because Annie at least had ideas and
She
was like
laser focused.
actively trying things and trying to tell them to put pieces somewhere. And I know people are going to be like, oh, well, she's already bossing them around. They don't want to listen to her. I get that. It's an immunity challenge. Drop your ego. You've already lost one. You haven't won a damn thing yet. You've been sleeping in the cold because you can't start a fire without a flint. None of these people can. Okay? Let her have this one thing to try to help you all stay safe. Because with the lead, even if Annie fully doesn't understand how the puzzle works yet, if she flops, then you have more of a reason to vote her out. Like, there is a very real world where this, I don't want to say ego, maybe she just got caught in the moment, but whatever kept her in the puzzle at that point cost Sophie her game. So, like, I really think this could have been a generationally bad decision to not put Annie on the puzzle in a different circumstance.
I think even if you're sitting as your tribe and being like, oh, we can just vote out Annie, you never want to go to tribal as a tribe because you really don't know. And on top of that, I'm worried for Kele because you don't want your tribe to just keep whittling down in numbers because it's just kind of the death nail for your game when that happens. In any situation, if you don't like someone on your tribe, you should fight to keep your tribe safe. I feel like she should have skipped out.
And I will note, like, Alex and Jake had a reason to technically throw this challenge, as they were informed, hey, the next time you lose a challenge, you can go ahead and find this beware idol, whatever the fuck. But, I mean, literally, you just keep heading back to them. It feels like they have just stared at this massive blocks and have just continued to stare at them. And have continued to stare at them, and then touched one, got really, really scared, took another step back, and took another stare at them, and another stare at them, and another. Like, genuinely, no progress is ever made here. I am so confused what happened, because it felt like throwing, but no one had a reason to throw.
It was bad.
And Survivor never shows if they intend to throw. That's something that the editors will never show on the actual show. Like, a lot of times we'll see in interviews, they'll be like, yeah, I was throwing that challenge, but the editors don't like it showing for whatever reason.
The other thing too, like you mentioned, one of the biggest leads that has ever been fumbled on this thing, they were ahead by a ton, right? Because I don't know what was going on with Uli, but like Hina was behind because of the keys. They had to find the right key to undo these locks on this rope gate. Don't know what the heck was going on with Uli that was keeping them behind. Kelly was like up there a full like 5 minutes before anybody else got to that platform. It reminded me a lot of Jatia with the flower puzzle of like having this huge lead, and then suddenly I have one piece in the puzzle, a singular piece, while the other two tribes are finishing. Because when the other two tribes finished, like I didn't realize Uli had started catching up as fast as they did to Hina because they were pretty close. But Kelly had like one piece that was in the right spot, I think, besides the like starter piece that they put in the puzzle for you to build off of. It was flabbergastingly bad. How like shockingly bad at the puzzle here.
And they lose again.
Yay, jazz hands.
And the rest of the episode could have been an email because
Pretty much.
Alex solves the beware advantage with the help of Jake and Sophie.
And Jeremiah shows up and learns about it so the entire tribe knows.
And then he goes and tells Annie about it, so everybody knows.
I will note the one interesting thing that occurs.
I would like to as well, because I think it was the one thing I was going to note specifically about this beware advantage.
Well, I mean, other than ball and chain, woo, big heavy thing, loud, find the map, woo, yay. The standard shit that they always do. But Sophie tried to hide the box that actually contains the idol.
Yeah.
Like, she notes, hey, I want this idol for myself. I don't want any of them having it. Let me just rebury this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I want it so bad.
I hadn't thought about this until this very moment in time. Do you know what this tribe is giving me right now? This tribe is giving me what? No, this is not giving me Gabon. No, this is not giving me Gabon. This is giving me Matt Singh. This is so freaking Matt Singh coded. Like, and also the tribe color is even the same. It's the same 3 colors. And like the Matt
But who's
Singh
Malcolm? Who's Denise?
Oh, don't make me.
We already know who's Malcolm and who's Denise.
I know who I want to be. Well, we know who Denise is for sure, but we don't know who Malcolm is.
Yeah.
It's
Sophie's winning. Sophie's winning. It's confirmed.
Would not be mad because she's
love you, Sophie.
I like now.
Wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, with the beware advantage, I'm kind of done with these like set pieces of beware advantage, and it just takes up time that I think we could maybe get more dynamics elsewhere on maybe other tribes. I feel like it was. Yeah, no, I'm kind of done with the beware advantages.
I think the one specifically interesting thing about this one, though, is it was specifically with the after your tribe loses immunity, but with the ball and chain of it all, specifically being if you don't find it before you go to tribal, the idol is dead. That's what I found very interesting about this one. I was like, okay. That's at least something in new and different and interesting. I'm like, okay, we're trying new, different, interesting things. I actually really liked that element of it.
Mm-hmm.
At least we're trying. If it's something that's, we've done 9 seasons in a row now, at least it's something different, and I appreciate that.
I did like the time limit. That was interesting. I like that they're trying to limit how much advantages have in the game. Like, I feel like they're kind of messing around with, you can do this for 3 turns, or this is only good until jury, or this is, or, it's a full-blown idol. Like, there's some variability with that. And I do like that they're experimenting with that. I do like when it's more like, this is good for only one tribal. I do like those better because I think it's kind of lets the advantages not be like a complete, god idol if you just have so many advantages in your hand.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But yes, the rest of the episode could have been an email. We all knew what was coming. We saw the writing on the wall. Annie didn't. And
okay, 4-1. Annie doesn't even get a hint to play her shot in the dark. Woo!
I will say they
fucking hit it here.
They surely did make her feel comfortable when she didn't feel like she needed to use the shot in the dark. Everybody did their job. They did the role that they were meant to do.
That's 2 for 2 now.
2 for 2. One thing about it, that's a good group of liars right there. They will lie to your face.
And
I kind of want them to go back to tribal next week. I kind of want to see who goes home.
I know who would go in that group.
The thing is,
I wouldn't complain.
This felt like a round where Sophie was this close to realizing, hey, what happens if we lose again? It's going to be 2-2. and now Jake and Alex have an idol,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm closer to Jeremiah than Jake and Alex.
Mm-hmm.
What if we just blindside Alex
They should.
and take the idol out of the game, and then we have a new 3, and then we get rid of Annie next, and then from there we just go on. Because right now my thought is, Sophie's fucked next round.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's so sold on the idea of using the meat shields that I don't think she saw Annie as a shield herself. Annie is
Nope.
so obviously an easy
Obviously.
vote out, and you can
Yeah.
just keep her as a number and then just vote her out when it's better for you.
Am I wrong for saying that if they go to tribal next round, I don't think it's going to be Sophie going home?
It's not Sophie.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I think it's
I
Jeremiah.
think it is
I think it's
anyone.
Jeremiah.
Oh no, I think it's anyone but Sophie.
I'll be 100% honest. I could see this being one of the situations where they win like the next 1 or 2 immunity challenges, and then there's a swap, and then like a Jake boot would be very fun. I would quite enjoy a Jake boot. Because
What?
I don't
know you
like
really
Jake.
like Jake. What?
I would have.
I would never know you like Jake.
imagined.
I thought Jake was your number one. He's everybody's number one, right?
No,
I do agree with you. I think this 4 is much more trusting as a tribe than they were before they voted out Annie.
Mhm.
And that usually translates to doing well in challenges if you're gelling well, if you like the people that you're around.
See, this is one of those weird seasons of Survivor where I feel like almost everyone left has had a part in the story to make the season go forward.
Mm.
And I don't really know where we go next. And I think it's kind of open season, I'll be honest, as to who goes home next. I could reasonably see it being almost anybody, really. Outside of a couple people that I think are just so heavily featured in this edit that if they go home anytime soon, I'm going to be stunned. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
But
What?
no.
But yes, let's ceremoniously.
Say goodbye.
Bye, Annie.
Bye, Annie
Oh.
girl.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
This
She
sucks.
Hell
mothered
boot
too
order.
close to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Let's
mean, at
go
least she was
instead of
bitter
let's go
about it.
lesbians. It's now let's go be with a lesbian.
Let's go, lesbians.
Jesus Christ! You tell me I haven't slept in like too long.
Oh, Jack.
Jack, did the black mold from the Big Brother house finally hit New Jersey?
I got a really weird package last week.
What's up?
Oh, Jack, I told you not to open that one. Oh, Jack.
Oh, Lord.
This
We
is what
love it
happens
here.
when you make waffles in the Big Brother house for 12 weeks. It's what
Yeah.
Well,
Who knew it was the waffles?
Well, Julie.
I could have told you it was the waffles. Well, I think it's time for us all to go be with a lesbian. On that note, thank you.
Wow. Let's go,
Bring her
lesbians.
Man.
Bring in the dancing lesbians.
Oh, man.
Oh God. Thank you all
Yeah,
for
well-
joining us for this lovely, wonderful recap of episode 2 of Survivor 49. We'll be back next week to talk about episode 3. Hopefully a woman doesn't go home, but that'll probably happen. Anyway, subscribe,
Don't put
like,
that in
and
the
share on
universe.
it'll probably happen knowing this season. Subscribe, like, and share on the way out. Check out our merch, lanagcreations.etsy.com. QR code is in the corner. Hit the notification bell so you know when we put out all of our content here at the Cup TV. Come back here Fridays at 12 a.m. PST for more Survivor 49 coverage. And with that being said, go be with a lesbian because we're gonna go be with some lesbians. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.